I'm Aussie Marcel and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be looking at Joop Splash Summer Ticket, a flanker limited edition release by Joop. So let's dive right into it. Now the first thing I'm going to say about this is that Summer Ticket is actually discontinued now, so depending on where you are in the world, you may be able to find it really cheap or really expensive. I got these bottles for $15 each from Priceline, but I've seen them on eBay for upwards of $250. Now, I don't know if they're actually going to receive that money, but just be mindful of it if you're looking to buy this fragrance in particular, because the markup may be really good or really terrible. Joop Splash Summer Ticket was released in 2012 as a limited edition flanker for Joop Splash, which was a 2011 release. The difference between the two is that the original Joop Splash is fruitier and sweeter, and this is more aquatic and fresher. Joop Splash Summer Ticket often gets compared to Tom Ford's Costa Azzurra. Comparing the notes of both fragrances, I can see why people would think this is similar to Tom Ford's fragrance. The original Joop Splash has cassowary fruit and cardamom, whereas this has violet leaf. Both Joop Splash Summer Ticket and the original Joop Splash have similar note compositions. However, this has lemon, whereas Joop Splash, the original, has cassowary fruit. Having smelt both fragrances, I can confirm that Summer Ticket is the fresher, more aquatic scent. Joop Splash, on the other hand, the 2011 release, is going to appeal more to people that enjoy sweeter, fruitier fragrances. The cardboard packaging is very glossy, but it's not a fragile cardboard either. It's got a bit of rigidity to it, which is nice. The flakon is also nice, featuring quite heavy glass and a sturdy metal cap. Summer Ticket shares the same bottle as Joop Splash. However, this has a kitschy pink and yellow print over it, which you may or may not prefer to the original. I'm not the biggest fan of the overall aesthetic of the bottle and the packaging. However, you may be a big fan of the way it looks. The cap clips on, and you can hold the bottle by the cap as well. So overall, the impressions of the bottle itself, I'm not a huge fan of the overall aesthetics, but it is well made. It is heavy, and you can tell it's good quality. It's a unique look, distinctive even, although it is not my favorite. Now, just to give you an idea of the atomizer, it's decent, it's got a nice press to it, and the juice comes out of it easily enough. Let's give it a try. It's extremely lemon forward. So if you're somebody that doesn't like citruses, this is not going to work for you. It's got a nice coriander punch as well, which lends it a soft spice. But again, it is very lemon forward. I'm actually not a huge fan of the opening of this fragrance. So far, Summer Ticket isn't the best. Okay, it's been a couple more minutes now, and that slightly harsh opening with the lemon has died down, and I get more of the aquatic notes, and I get a lot of wood as well, which is cedar. Compared to the opening, I'm a big fan of the middle and the base. In comparison to the harsh opening, I'm actually a fan of the aquatic, woody nature of the fragrance now. I would still call this a fresh, aquatic fragrance, but there is a little bit of complexity from the woods And there's another slightly sweeter characteristic as well that I'm enjoying as well. The slightly sweet amberish note comes from the labdanum. It adds a roundness to the overall fragrance that wouldn't be present if it were just fresh, aquatic and woody. So it's been on my skin now for about 15 minutes, and overall it's pretty nice. The opening is harsh, slightly synthetic, but as it dries down, you get a lot more of the woods, and you get that slightly rich sweetness, that amberishness. Generally, I'm not the biggest fan of fresh or aquatic fragrances, but this is nice. This is alright. Let's get that lemon opening note happening again because I love it so much. That was sarcasm, by the way. So, who is this fragrance for? I think a man of any age could pull this off, maybe slightly younger, because it does have a sweetness to it that I think would appeal to a younger man. Although, in saying that, I could still imagine somebody over the age of 30 making this work for themselves as well, especially if they're in a sort of coastal environment like I am. Fans of lemon fragrances and citruses in general, I think they would like this as well, because the opening, like I said earlier in the video, is extremely lemon forward. The cedar brings it a woodiness, the labdanum brings that sweetness that gives it that roundness. All in all, it's a pleasant fragrance. It's not my favorite, but I'm still gonna use the bottle, I think. It's definitely a high summer fragrance, something that you'll be using in the hotter weather. But then again, it's sort of unique in that because of that sweetness, you may be able to pull it off in autumn or spring as well. So that was my review of Joop Splash Summer Ticket. I hope you enjoyed it. Have you ever worn this before? If so, drop me a comment and let me know what you think of it. And until my next video, this is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you around.